Now, Paris's beach house invasion. New Hollywood.tv video of the heiress looking sexy in a camouflage bathing suit as the paparazzi descends on her Malibu beach house this weekend, looking for that perfect shot.
That's footage of Paris Hilton, shot by Hollywood.tv, the paparazzi agency owned by the lowdown schemer from my last video, Shiraz Hassan. If you watch that episode, then you know that Shiraz made a living by paying a team of videographers to stalk Britney Spears 24/7, and then he would sell the footage that they shot to celebrity news networks who would entertain the masses by dragging Britney and twisting her personal life into a soap opera. All of that, of course, led to Britney having a mental breakdown, as anyone would have in that situation, which is the precise moment that Shiraz swooped in like the vulture that he is and scored his biggest payday yet after one of his paps literally chased Britney's ambulance to the hospital. But that was not Shiraz Hassan's only shady professional triumph, because he also whipped up a side business under Hollywood.tv where he conspired with the celebrities he followed to help win the media exposure. Shiraz specialized in working with the thirstiest fame seekers. I'm talking dehydrated folks who were looking for a lazier way to get the world's attention than by working all those hours to hone an actual skill like singing or acting. Nah, Shiraz seemed to prefer clientele whose schedules were not filled up by all those auditions and rehearsals, but who instead had plenty of free time to shower his paparazzi with shameless, sensational moments that they all knew would secure them screen time. And y'all know by now that that made Paris Hilton the perfect partner for Shiraz, and so when these two teamed up in the early 2000s to help raise her celebrity profile, their clout-chasing chemistry proved wildly successful.
Today, I'm standing here in Paris Hilton's Malibu mansion, exclusively for Hollywood.tv. Thanks for having us here, Paris.
Shiraz has said his job was to keep his clients in the news 24/7, all the time, every single day.
Breaking news. I can tell you right now, that's my why. That's my X factor. I'm going to take that content and I'm going to get it out to the world. I mastered the technique of breaking news because media is expensive. You know, if you're an artist or you're trying to become famous, it's a very expensive game. So I had to get free media.
Shiraz said he created calendars for clients, detailing which hotspots to visit and when to visit them, because if they wanted to be on the public's mind, they needed to be constantly seen. And Paris was constantly seen.
I had over 100 guys in Los Angeles, all of them making a living off Paris Hilton.
If Paris breaks a nail, you'll be there. If Paris gets food in a drive-thru, you'll know about it. If Paris runs daily errands, you'll see it.
And everywhere you go, everything's methodic. You're not leaving your house wearing a baseball cap. You're gonna get all
dressed to the nine.
We made sure that we understood what the news channels want. I was able to understand if you were to attend an event, how to create breaking news. If you go to a specific function, how to stand out.
And it worked. Paris Hilton got so much media coverage that Forbes crowned her the most overexposed celebrity, twice. It felt like you couldn't escape Paris Hilton, even if you wanted to, because she was always monopolizing the headlines for doing tasks that everybody else managed to tackle without a camera crew following them. But Shiraz said that was the point. The public wanted to see celebrities doing normal things.
People want to see stars real, reality television, but on celebrities, really raw. And that's what the demand is.
What do you think it is about you, Paris, that everybody follows you around? Why do photographers, paparazzi? Why you?
I have no idea. I just am living my life.
I mean, you don't call them up and say, I'm going down to 3rd Street tomorrow, be there.
No, actually, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, they're outside my house following me all day long.
Now, tell me about this deal brokering. I am fascinated by this. Who makes the call?
I mean, it varies. Sometimes we get calls from the managers, publicists, different locations, sometimes the star themselves.
You know the paparazzi. It's part of the machine.
Here's Shiraz Hassan, featured by ABC News, revealing that starlets of the early 2000s were meticulously created.
We didn't follow the rules. We made them.
Why are people so fascinated with you?
People always ask me that, and I don't know, I'm just living my life.
But much like the Instagram influencers today who post, quote, candid photos that seem so #relatable, Paris's supposedly unplanned encounters with those pesky paparazzi seemed extremely welcomed when you take a closer look. For example, here she is dancing in a parked car outside a nightclub while paparazzi surround her vehicle and a mob of old dudes films her through a window for such an awkwardly long time that I feel overcome with secondhand embarrassment just watching this scene. And I gotta say, this whole situation feels uncomfortably staged. It does not feel normal, it does not feel authentic, but y'all, we all know that authenticity doesn't matter when you're selling the fantasy of wealth porn. The public will eat up any morsel of so-called news just to learn how the rich and famous live, to get a glimpse at how a real-life hotel heiress parties, and to find out that even celebrities feed coins into parking meters because we want to see that stars are just like us.
All the things that people are doing today with social media, the first person was Paris Hilton.
We in the media have become parasites.
Paris Hilton created the pop culture. She was the icon. She was the Marilyn Monroe.
The only difference being that Marilyn Monroe could actually sing, dance, and act, while Paris taught us the skill of posing like a princess at red carpet events.
Act like you're wearing an invisible crown. You want to pose, slenderize your hips.
Can we just have your best red carpet face? Go on.
Okay, well, I learned from Paris Hilton, my BFF, and it's this kind of a stance like this, and then it's chin down, and it's... Oh, that's good.
I see a lot of them, there's a back thing like that going on.
That's the over the shoulder. They like that. I don't know why. They always tell me to do it.
I don't know why
either. Paris constructed a celebrity from scratch, using only the raw clay of her wealth and indiscretion. Though she had done little more than go to nightclubs, her name has appeared in more than 90 New York Post articles this year alone.
This is how it works. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Whoever is in the news at that moment, they become hot.
Whether they're a celebrity for an acting, just famous.
Doesn't matter.
Scandal.
DUI, drunk and fallen over, a fight. Before the old Hollywood, you had to be famous in movies and music and all those things. Today, the rules of the game have changed.
A writer for The Guardian said Hilton's stock as a celebrity continues to rise despite her lack of any discernible talent other than the ability to court the attention of the paparazzi. It wasn't a career, but Paris Hilton had achieved a moderate level of notoriety. The notoriety, in turn, had a career-like effect.
You represent the American dream. You step out, wherever you go, you've got paparazzi, you've got press following you, the world press.
Why do you want to be like Paris Hilton? The only thing more important than being rich is being famous.
Am I famous? Do people know my face? It means cameras, lights, action, paparazzi, screaming. That's the definition of the word fame. Everybody wants fame. It's such a lethal, powerful drug. Once you get that hit of fame, you're gonna want more.
It's this philosophy that explains why Shiraz says he's the biggest fame dealer in the world, and as the boss of a major paparazzi agency, he was a powerful gatekeeper for the press who knew exactly how to serve them up stories they'd pay top dollar for. Shiraz had access to that valuable supply of media coverage that celebrities fiended for, and when those stars were craving a hit of attention, he knew the age-old formula to make it happen: stir up drama. Shiraz has said, when there's drama and when there's controversy, there are viewers. When there are viewers, there are advertisers. And when there are advertisers, there's cash. And he said the trick to making that happen is to always create drama. And y'all, nobody had mastered the art of creating drama quite like his star client Paris Hilton. It didn't matter how seemingly trivial the drama was, Paris somehow managed to make it front-page news. Here's the New York Post reporting on a poll about terrorist attacks and religious discrimination, but who cares about all that foolishness because, oh my God, the top story of the day is that Paris Hilton is carrying the Holy Bible. Oh, and look at this. Here's Paris looking very cozy with Britney Spears' ex-husband Kevin Federline while delivering a smirk so mischievous I'll bet she knew it would guarantee her a full-page feature in a magazine. And here's an article about how one of Paris's exotic pets named Baby Love bit her, telling us she had to go to the emergency room, not for surgery, not for a serious wound, not even for stitches, but for a tetanus shot. an event so momentous that her publicist felt compelled to update us on her condition, saying Paris's arm wasn't swollen the next day, and she even felt well enough to continue promotions for her debut album Paris, which is set for release on August 22nd. One writer noted that there was no word yet on what shots the animal received. You've been watching an excerpt from my documentary on Paris Hilton called The Queen of Clickbait Trolls. If you want to watch the rest of that video, you can click the link in the description to see the full show. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.